Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Drew Lock and the New York Giants.
We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
They go with Chubb on second down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This is taken at the 15. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Lock now on 1st down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Lock now on 1st down.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now Lock. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Locke now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
You can look at this Browns defense.
They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
McKinnon not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now to the air, Locke. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 16 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. We're scoreless after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. A give running right is Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
To throw is Watson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Out to the right, here's McKinnon.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs.
The Giants at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now we get a look at their most recent draft class, and you need to get real familiar with some of these names here because this front office thinks that these are going to be guys that have an impact for them on Sundays for years to come.
I think you're exactly right about that, and what I know about this group doing the drafting, it's not all about instant value when they put their class together. They wanted every pick to be somebody they see as a starter. Maybe.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. That gain on third down, good for 28.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Locke gonna throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. $7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cleveland offense making their way out. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Back to throw, Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
After the turnover, here's Locke. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Darius Slayton with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. On first down, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's got this down to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
There he goes, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. A touchdown pass there for Derek Carr. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Bears locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Nico Collins, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. His guys are out in front as we send you back to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
On the return, Tyrone Tracy. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Was Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, it's Lock.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Take it at the 37. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple.
Watson now to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Chubb running right. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Hopkins' kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And some room to work. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Right back to Tracy. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Flush to his right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw it is Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here we go. A big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Browns' drive about to get started. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. From the 21, here's 2nd and 2. Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Ford. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Watson on 1st down. Pass complete to Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Tashaun Gibson.
And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Back to throw, Locke. That is caught. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw is Locke. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Locke to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Locke.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Flushed out right. Fighting to stay upright.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Locke to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Brian Dable, with his background on offense, he's got a call ready, and they are going to go for it on 4th down.
And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Drew Lock and the New York Giants versus Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, where he finished as a runner-up in the MVP chase after throwing for over 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, and less than 10 interceptions for the first time in a few years. An integral part of the Cowboys' run to the playoffs. He's hoping to take it a step further here in 2024.
Prescott looks to throw right away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 91 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. Throwing, Prescott.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Here's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Drew Lock His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
3rd and 8.
Now Prescott.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And again, it's Prescott.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Elliott, toss right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Kayvon Thibodeaux
coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Big-time move there by Kayvon Thibodeaux, a talented pass rusher out of Oregon. Had a little bit of a breakout season last year. The next step for him, to stack dominant seasons together. And plays like that will certainly help accomplish just that.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want... Did every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Flush to his right. The 20. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, let's call that a less than ideal play on first down.
No doubt about that one, because that was a situation of just digging a deeper and deeper hole for himself. And it ended up a big-time loss.
Throwing on second and long. Lock. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
That ball caught by Slayton. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton from 4 yards out. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now Prescott.
Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Prescott now.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Second down and a yard.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Second down and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Tracy trying the right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, here's Locke.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Locke now on 1st down.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke, eluding the pressure right.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. A final shot before half for Locke. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Plenty of good games to choose from in that early window. We'll highlight the one down in Tampa. A big test for the Bucs at home as they get set to host the Philadelphia Eagles. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well.
They'll start with a run by Tracy.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Locke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Kayvon Thibodeaux
able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. On second down, Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put sixes on the scoreboard.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
2nd down, here's Tracy.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
3rd and 3.
Block now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From midfield, here's Locke. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Kendricks able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Flush to his right, and he's going to go down again. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Tracy.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
2nd and 9. They'll go again with Tracy.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit.
Touchdown!
Daniel Bellinger
From 8 yards out.
And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And now out come the Giants.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On the give, it's Tracy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the run is Tracy.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ground, here comes Tracy.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The throw over the middle taken in. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Prescott to throw it.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Draw play, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun.
Back to Elliott, and he's got him again.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's Tracy.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Locke throwing on second down. Flushed out right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Locke going to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Darius Slayton with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Giants are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Prescott on first down.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll throw again. Prescott.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Going right back to Ferguson.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Jets, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.